Shelters by Jesus podcast. I'm Senior Pastor Richard Berry, and we got some exciting stuff for this podcast. If you want to help us with the shelter, want to help support it, you can go to sheltersbyjesus.com. And for $9 a month, you can take people off the street. They're going to be talking some more right now. In just a moment, I got a very special lady. She's been on a couple of the other ones, but some great stuff has happened. So anyway, if you would please hit subscribe and like and listen to it. Now, there are going to be commercials coming on there, ads coming on. And if they bug you, maybe you just let it run through, go in the other room, the bathroom, whatever you got to do, come back and then run it and then kick the ads off. Because if you let the ads run through, we make money. And they're starting to throw more and more ads at us because we're getting more and more popular. So that means more and more money for the homeless. And also, there's 4 books out written by me. The Dumb Hick from Skowhegan, written in Hickanese, and we'd love to have you have them. Just give us your name and address, and we'll mail them to you. You can put it right on here on the comments, so you can call our office at 207-474-8833 and tell them you want my books, 1 through 4, all 4, whatever. There's 2 prices, $10 and free. We want them in your hands. We want to minister. These got all kinds of the miracles and stuff's going on here, the great stuff God has done, the battles won. All crazy stuff that happens is in them books. So we'd love to have them in your hands. And the other thing is I'm speaking to churches and organizations about the shelter, and we'd love to come and speak in yours. If you'd like to have us, just call the office and let them know. And I'm also doing podcasts, not just here, but we're traveling around. You've seen some in other places. If you know an organization, you are an organization, and you're trying to help the hurting, we would love to come and shine a light on your ministry. If you just let us know. Again, it's 207-474-8833, and we're at 12 McClellan Street in Skowhegan, and we do tours. If you'd like a tour and you want to meet everybody, right now we have 23 children you can meet at this particular time. That changes, but that's what we have right now. And the folks you're going to see in a minute, they are here, and you can meet them in person if you want. So here we go. Let's have some fun. We're excited. We got something special in this one, and I have with me Shay and her son Kyrie. And he's not Kyrie Irving. He is.
I'm Kyrie Irving.
There you go. So he's disappearing. But anyway, his mom's going to do most of the talking anyway. That's if he wanted to talk. We can't shut him up normally, but when the camera's on, he's going to talk. But she came in this morning with a paper with a very special article. And then we're going to talk about our school stuff. But I want you to, I'm going to just hold it up close just so you can see there is an article. And you probably can't see it, but I just want you to know that it is there. Can you see it on there, John?
Yeah, I'll try and zoom in for you a little bit.
Okay. I know they ain't gonna, just so they can see it. They ain't going to be able to read it, but if you can see it.
I said the title of it and everything.
Okay, all right. So you can see that. And Shay, explain what we see in the picture. What are they looking at?
So it's an annual tradition at North Elementary for the last 20 years. On the first day of spring, they blow bubbles. And
okay.
Kids, parents, teachers, everyone gets out there and gets involved in the bubble blowing. And so with this being the 20th anniversary, the newspaper was there and got pictures. And they told me it was possible he could be in the newspaper because they took his picture, but it wasn't for certain. So yeah,
he just had to be in the right place, the right time, blowing the right bubble.
Yep, and there apparently he was.
So what we have is a homeless child. Mm-hmm. It's on the front page of the last Saturday's Morning Sentinel, which the date on that is, what's the date on this?
The 25th.
Okay, it's the 25th. If you want to check it out. Okay, right. Kyrie says he's not homeless. He lives here, don't you, Kyrie?
I'm Venom.
Okay, Venom. Okay, he is how old is he? 6?
Yeah,
he's a 6-year-old boy. He's all boy.
Oh my goodness!
I tell you, he's a human pinball machine, we call him, because he really bounces around.
Oh my God!
But here he is. You know, we hear all kinds of stories.
Not a pinball machine.
All right.
You're a pinball.
All right, I am. So, what I want you to see is these kids are just everyday kids. And I love to have you come and meet them, but at the school grounds, they're no different than the other kids. And here he is, he's making front page. Of all the kids they had there, they didn't know that he lived at Shelters by Jesus, right? So they're just taking a picture. You see, that's what I'm talking about. They call them those kind of people. You go into a crowd and there's homeless and people with homes, if you don't know the difference, you're not going to be able to tell which is which.
Mhm.
That's the only difference is the home. And so, how did you feel about all of this, Mama?
Oh my goodness, I am still excited about it. I'm very proud about it. I'm keeping this forever.
Yeah. And we're going to take a
Yeah.
picture, but we're going to put it up in the hallway too.
Oh,
we're
that
going
would
to
be
we're going to do a copy.
awesome.
We're going to hang on to it, and to
Awesome.
show people what one of our little fellas did at school.
Yeah.
Now we talked about school. He did that at school, but you've got some accomplishments at your school,
Yes,
and you are studying where?
at the University of Phoenix.
University of Phoenix. It's not Phoenix, Maine.
No. Is there a such thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but somebody might not know. I could have slid that in if you hadn't asked me for such a thing. But it is the real Phoenix, Arizona, University of Phoenix, Arizona. I know, I'm just playing with you. And you're studying to do what?
Get my bachelor's degree in business management with a concentration in human resource management.
All right. So now you brought in a pile of stuff that they have given you. Would you want to show us what you've got and explain what they mean?
Yes.
All right.
I'll start with this. This shirt is from the National Society for Leadership and Success. I got this medallion from them, and it's personalized with my name and graduation year.
Awesome.
I also got my stole that I'll wear on graduation. If I can get this open.
Okay.
From their society as well.
And we have it in Greek.
Yes.
It's Sigma Alpha Pi, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
it's in Greek, but I do read Greek. I'm a dumb hick from Scalaga, but I took Greek, so I can read that. So that is cool.
Yeah. And they send me my cords.
And what
also.
do they represent?
Just my membership in the society.
In the society. So the society sent you the cords.
Yes.
So that you are a member of them.
Yes.
That is so cool.
This is the other society I got in from school, which is the National Society for Collegiate Scholars.
Wow. That is cool. I'm gonna hold that up. Can they see that, John?
Yep.
So there you go. That
And
is so cool. I'm so proud of
my
you.
cords for that. So I'll be wearing all of this stuff on graduation day. I'm excited.
Oh my word. I hope this blesses you like blessed me. I was so excited to be able to do this tonight. When you come in with all of this, you come in with a paper for Kyrie this morning and showing what he's accomplished in there. And he's just a kid at school. That's really what he is. And you want to see him. I wish you could meet the little kid. Right now he's hiding under the table. He doesn't want to be seen, but that's okay. But he runs around and asking people for hugs. He comes in the office on his way to school and he'll have his backpack on. He comes in and wants to hug the guys in the office. I am in there one morning, so I got a hug. And he's just a bunch of joy to have. And, breaks my heart when they talk about these homeless, the people from Shelters by Jesus in a different way, because I'm telling you, they are trying to get their lives together, like all of us. And here's a mom, SHAY, is working hard. And I mean, I see all this stuff here. It shows what she's doing. And I know she works on the computer during the day and getting her studies together and also working on a job on the computer too, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do for a job?
I work for a transfer agency, so I help maintain the record keeping and manage the funds of mutual fund accounts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds very smart to me. All right? I'm just a dumb hick from Skowhegan, man. I'm an old logger. If you want to talk skidders and chainsaws, horses, haul wood, I am your man. You want to talk stuff like this? You got the wrong man. All right? And I'm amazed. I've written 5 books. 5th one is coming out in a little bit. We got to get to publishers. But I'm amazed that I've written books because I'm not this. And that's why they're written in Hickanese. And when you get them, you go, wow, that ain't John Grisham, bro. You know? But the stories are awesome. And the books are real. Every story in there is real, just like this. And if I do write book 6, which I'm not planning on it, I will be bringing these kinds of things up. And my phone is ringing. We got to stop that. You get to stop, John?
Yep.
All right, thank you. You can see this isn't scripted. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if somebody's going to walk in or whatever. We're just here. I don't know what the questions are going to ask. I just know I wanted to talk to SHAY about her accomplishments and and about the newspaper article with Kyrie there. If you could tell somebody about the shelter, what it means to you, what would you say, Shay?
It has been everything. It's been a complete lifeline for me. If I didn't have this place, I wouldn't have anywhere. I wouldn't be able to work. I wouldn't be able to go to school. I probably wouldn't be able to take care of him either if I couldn't come here. So I thank God that Shelters by Jesus is here, and his spirit is definitely here.
No, don't play that.
That's the microphone.
Yeah, that looks like a little rat, but it's not.
It's a rat.
Hold on.
Rat
guys.
food.
Yeah. All these blessings, I wouldn't have had them without Shelters by Jesus. And the prayers, the support I get here, it is amazing. It's better than what I get from my own family, honestly. So
Now, people hear that we force you to go to prayer meetings, which it is on the contract. We do have you go to prayer meetings. We make them go to Bible studies. But do you find it a real chore to go to the morning prayer and a Bible study at night? Do you find that as an awful chore?
no, I feel like when you live in an environment like this, you should be praising God every day. You should be thanking him every day for everything that you have and praying that he continues to bless you with those things and that you learn to be appreciative of that stuff. So
Amen.
I don't see anything wrong with giving praise to the man who makes it all possible.
There you go. And if you're out there and maybe you're like Shay, you got your mom by yourself or some children and you're scared, you don't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Could they feel comfortable coming here with their children?
Oh my goodness, yes. I like my son said, he's not homeless. To him, this is home. There's family here, friends here. It's very safe, secure. Everyone looks out for one another. You couldn't tell that we're homeless by the relationships that we have with each other.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the other thing, we'd like to encourage other churches to consider this, either supporting us or starting something in your area. I just want to make this statement. The government sees the homeless, they go, we got a problem, and they're throwing millions of dollars at it. I mean, ungodly, and they're doing nothing with it. But if the church, if you're watching this and you're a Christian, you go to church, let me tell you, if you looked at the homeless, look at it as an opportunity. Remember when Jesus, when he was out healing, he looked out, and he said he had compassion on them. He went and he ate with the tax collectors. He had a hooker that cried on his feet and washed him with her hair. And the Pharisee said if he knew what it was, he wouldn't have nothing to do with him. But he's the Son of God. He knew what it was. And he told her, you walked away. She walked away sinless in his eyes. And I just want to say that there's an opportunity out there. There's people out there on the street right now that are scared. They need a place. And they need to be able to turn to Jesus in the churches. And as the rent goes up, we got so many people here that here just because of rent. They didn't do drugs and alcohol. They didn't rob banks. They didn't do domestic violence. They just couldn't pay their rents anymore. They got bought. And they raised the rent. Yeah. And we got the working poor coming. That's how I guess I would put it. They're not lazy. They're out there all the time. It's just their jobs, what they make an hour does not equal what some. I mean, some of these apartments now. I mean, you've been out. You've probably some of them. We've been hearing some of the testimonies in the morning. Some of them are talking $1,600, $1,700, $2,000
for 2 bedrooms. At that, for 2 bedrooms, $1,600. I can't afford that.
We own our home. Praise God. God made it, so we got it really cheap. And if you read my book 1, you'll see we got it, and the homeless help fixed it up. We could not go out and pay $1,600 a month.
Oh,
I mean, I couldn't do that. So there's people right in your towns, in your cities, in your area that are on the verge of being homeless for no reason except they can't pay the rent. Yeah. And they need to be able to go to church and say, help. So if you can start a shelter, or you can support a shelter, or you can make a sandwich and take it to them, or whatever you can do, please get involved with helping the hurting. And then you're going to get blessed by having people like Shay and Kyrie and you're going to see somebody on my podcast. We are blessed. So, John, how much time have we used up here?
15.
15? Okay. I do want to tonight say thank you for watching. Thank you for those that are subscribing, and those that are hitting like. Those of you that are giving that $9 a month. That's why Shay and Kyrie are here. We get nothing from the federal government. I want you to understand that. We don't get any. This isn't run on your tax dollar. We get no tax money. Everything we do is because Jesus, that's why it's called Shelters by Jesus. It's 100% operated by faith in Jesus Christ and people's hearts being touched. People just like you. And I tell you what, you might be thinking, I could never be homeless, but I got a lot of people in here right now that came in here while working. They go, I can't believe I'd ever be homeless because I've worked my whole life.
Yeah.
And we have a 78-year-old lady in here that you've seen on some of my podcasts. And she wound up, all of a sudden, she couldn't afford a rent. And she's here being a big part of this. You don't know who the homeless could be. It doesn't have to be somebody who's got a bad life. It's just somebody that can't afford to pay that make ends meet on the prices that are there today.
Yeah.
They can't heat and eat and all of that. So when you support us, you're supporting them. We feed our community. We have, you'll see that. You can see, check my podcasts. Go check some of our YouTube. You'll see our closet putting clothes out. You'll see our pantry putting food out. We have 4 classes. You'll see what those are all about. So much is going on. None of this, absolutely none of this happens without you. So if you're taking part in this, God's going to reward you according to his glory for that, for whatever you do. And I tell you, you might be thinking, well, I'll only give $9. Well, remember the lady in the scriptures where she gave a penny or two. And God said she gave more than all the rest that put the money in.
Amen.
So praise God.
Yes.
So
yes.
Thank you for being on, Shay,
Of course,
and
of
sharing
course.
this. And I just want to say publicly, I'm very, very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thank you.
keep tuning in, keep watching, check our podcast, go to Shelters by Jesus on the YouTube, pull it up, go to sheltersbyjesus.com, get our webpage, check us out. Come for a visit, come check us out, and guess what? We're going to ask you to, y'all come back now, here.